Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction and analysis. And today back again with the one and only Dan Vasc. It's been a while. I missed a few good ones. I'm not gonna miss this one. Let's do it right now. Yes, this is a change. This is a change, all right. I mean, obviously, the title is Metal Guys Play My Heart Will Go On, so I'm expecting a twist, yes, a metal twist. What I was not expecting was that tempo shift, this fast kind of more punk speed to this song. Now, let's check out Dan's vocals again, right on his entrance. So a few things to observe in Dan's vocal here so far. We've got a vowel modification on the very first word. We've got an aspirated onset on some of his phrases. And we've got a little bit of grit being incorporated. Okay, now where did all that happen? First word, every night in my dreams. Instead of the word every, he's saying every night. Just listen to that. Yes, now why on earth did he sing every night? Does anyone know? It's simply a matter of volume and power. Ev is a little bit closed. Every has a lot more space. More space means generally more power. Then we had the aspirated onset. Basically that just means you're adding a breath. And in this case, it's a very loud H sound on the very next phrase here. Check this out. Go was a bit of grit. He had a nice little bit of grit there. Does anyone else notice how Dan kind of scrunches up his nose on some of his notes? I don't know if there's a pedagogical purpose of that. All I know is I like it. It's a Dan-ism. I like it when he does that. Happening in Dan's vocal here. I'm sorry, I had to stop again because my brain was like going ching, ching, ching. Listen to that, listen to that. So many different things. But what's interesting to me is how Dan will he'll flip back and forth so quickly between, a gritty, kind of pure rock sound to a very classical sounding tone. Let me point out one specific spot where I really heard that contrast. You hear the difference there. Huge contrast there, but I'm feeling it. It's a lot of drama. And there's another beautiful contrast in styles. I believe that. Very attacked note there. It's short and it's strong and it's gritty, and then suddenly there's this pretty tone on. It's very, very pure Dan here because I've watched enough of him to know that he's really, really capable of creating all kinds of sounds with his voice, and he's doing it all in this one song. big note of this song. He didn't wait for the end on that. He gave us the biggie right there. Dan and his fabulous hair. I just have to take a moment. If you've watched my other Dan videos, you know I'm a fan of Dan's hair and his use of that fabulous hair. If you've got that fabulous hair, make it part of your story. That's what he's doing, and I am here for it.
Love can touch us one time and last all a lifetime and never let go till we're gone. Love is when I love you one true time. I hold you in my life will always go.
Wow! I just have to take a second because what he and the guitar sounded like one and the same practically. They practically sounded like interchangeable there. When Dan went up on the "Go on!" or whatever the note was, and then Garrett on the guitar hit that same note, it was like they could have been each other there. That was so cool. I have to hear that again.
My life will always go.
Yeah.
If I'm whatever you are, I believe that the hardest go on. Once more you've opened the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go
I love that.
on and on.
Woo! So great. Very, very. Yes. Woo! Okay, little mood shift here after all that frenetic energy. I have to shout out to Garrett too for letting his hair fly. When we're talking about rock music in particular, when we're talking about rock musicians, like it's almost expected, right? So I'm so glad that they are doing it because it's working. But Garrett, ooh, he's a shredder. He's a shredder. I'm not a guitar expert, but I'm seeing some pretty fancy finger work. I'm hearing some very melismatic passages, lots of riffing and running. It's all exciting. I'm enjoying the fact that they're going a bit off script here. They're kind of exploring a bit and taking us on some other little adventures here. Okay, now we got a little slow down. Let's see what happens next. Dan can't wait to get back into it. Yeah. They shredded it. Man, that was so much fun. So we had that halftime. That moment was like a singing moment. That was a moment where we could just enjoy that beautiful classic melody. The singing in the halftime part was really quite majestic. Let's just listen to this halftime moment real fast again. Yeah, was talking about in the beginning, this faster, like punk speed. Dan is like kind of breaking it up more. He's like I said that word, I think it was that, you know, there's kind of shorter, more aggressive phrasing all the way through the song, which is totally appropriate to the way that they have changed it. But here in this halftime part, he's holding these notes longer. He's giving them their full duration, and he's just letting it soar. He's just letting it soar. So for me, I love this moment because even though it's still like super gritty and rock in the tone, it's also very beautiful and very powerful. So I love that they took this moment to just kind of like strip down the energy and the kind of aggressive vibe to just let it like float out there for a moment, but not too long. Here they come again with that energy to deliver this last little bit. Great ending. I love that they ended it so abruptly. That just seemed to match the whole vibe they've created in the song with the aggression, the speed, the metal, the rock, the punk. It's like wouldn't make sense to sustain that ending, right? Not quite the same effect. So yeah, the last surprise of this song. And good old Dan, he always gives us surprises. And for me, this was the last surprise here, was this little chord change. This ending is the same as the prayer. Da 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 da. It's this kind of surprise chord progression here. So they threw in the same chord progression for the end of this song.
My heart will go on.
Final hair flip there. One more, because why not? Dan's on an E flat at the end there, super high. He's so in the pocket with the note. He's pretty far back in the mix because he's so loud, so they probably had to really compress him. In any case, it's really exciting high power note, and then it's over. Oh, so much fun. This is a real twist on this song. I can see how Dan might have been initially tempted to keep it a ballad, but to really make it different, to really give it a new spin, he opted for this fast tempo, which means less beautiful singing, but all that energy. You can see he has so much joy in singing in every single performance. That moment where he's getting ready to come in again, it's like he's at the starting line of a race. It's like he's in position 3, 2, 1, ready to just take off. You can see that on his face. He's like, I gotta sing. And I love that too so much about Dan. So let that guy sing. Hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. You can watch more of my Dan Vasc reactions right here and find me on Instagram. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time.